Thank you, Susan. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Grand
rising.
I was beginning to wonder if I was ever going to get up here. Well, before we get started on why you're not being grateful, let's have a meditation on being grateful. So let's get comfortable in our chairs. Might want to stretch a bit before we get started. Okay, now we're going to start to focus on our breathing. We begin by calming the mind. And as you sit there and become comfortable as possible in your chair, allow your mind to become more comfortable too. Close your eyes now and start to focus on your breathing. Try to breathe a bit more deeply than you usually do. And exhale a little slower than you usually do. Observing the breath is a great way to bring the mind into a state of focus. Take your time breathing. Just let it move slowly, effortlessly. Now I'd like you to shift your awareness from your breath back to your body. Feel the floor beneath you. Think about the room we're in. How does it feel to be here? What is this place like? Begin to take notice of the little things around you that you might take for granted. I want you to think of this room as a shelter, a haven, a safe place from all the outside elements. Now begin to extend your awareness to the outside of your immediate surroundings. Think about your home. Can you see yourself going through a normal day? But now moving more slowly through it, more mindfully. Extending your awareness even further, I want you to think about the outside world. Think of the blue sky above, the sun, the trees, the breeze in your face. We're moving into fall, so let's think of autumn. Now, we don't get a lot of rich, deep colors changing down here in Florida. And we don't usually have too many crisp breezes either. But if that's how you identify autumn, then think about that. Think about seeing a forest of multi-different colors on a crisp morning. Now let's move into winter. It's not going to be long before that happens. Can you picture a perfect winter day? Maybe you're sitting with a warm cup of tea or coffee or your favorite beverage as you relax. Let's continue to express appreciation for these changing seasons and for the gifts that each season brings. Now, it's easy to find gratitude for everything that runs smoothly in our lives, but how about the bumps in the road? How about the spilt milk, the flat tire, the seemingly endless grocery line? Or your errands and minor annoyances that fill our days. I want you to take a deep breath now. Pulling the air in as far into your body as comfortable. And then let it slowly go out. As we go into the silence for just a couple minutes, I want you to take another deep inhale and slowly exhale. Try to keep a steady rhythm of your breath as you continue to invite a spirit of gratitude into this experience. Continue to invite you to have a feeling of gratitude in this experience. Gratitude for your breath and how it feels going in and going out. And when you're ready, you can start breathing naturally. Become aware of your body once again. Feel the floor beneath you, the air against your skin. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. One more deep breath. Okay, can we go back to my slide, please? I'm not ready for that yet. Thank you. So, how are we doing?
Great.
I am here today to continue our talking on the true spirit of gratitude. Melissa, I thought, started out great last week. I thought she had a really good presentation on why that spirit of gratitude is so beneficial to us and how we just kind of expand ourselves with that gratitude. I thought her talk was just beautiful. So I'm here today to ask you, what's stopping you from being grateful? You must have a reason. I'm going to go through a bunch of them, but I'm sure you have your reason. And when I was doing some research for this, believe it or not, I had to research why I'm not grateful. But all my research led me to the same thing. it led me to a piece of scripture in the Bible, Luke 17. It's the story of Jesus and the 10 lepers. I don't know if you're familiar with this story, but what happens is Jesus and his entourage are walking along the Galilee-Samaritan border, and they come upon a little village. So they enter the village, and as soon as they do, there's a group of 10 men waiting for them. And these 10 men are lepers. And they cry out to Jesus for healing. And he heals them immediately, just like that. He says, go show yourselves to the priest, you're now healed. And all 10 of them run away. And then one comes back. The Samaritan, the foreigner, I should say, the non-Jew comes back and thanks Jesus. Why only one? You see, we take our blessings for granted. We do. Whether it's a sunset or an unexpected gift. But we don't often show gratitude for that. We're like the 9 lepers that ran away and never came back. So why aren't we the one leper that does come back and thank Jesus? Why isn't that what we do? Well, here's 5 reasons why we don't do it. The first barrier to gratitude is entitlement. You think you deserve whatever you're getting. It's not a gift. You deserve it. We're getting what is coming to us. So why should we be thankful for that? Because when we believe that we are owed certain things in this life, then any blessing that comes to us doesn't feel like a gift. It feels like a transaction. Like you're doing nothing more than going to the store. And when that happens, we don't feel any need to offer any thanks. But there's something else going on here with that attitude. Because why would you feel that you're deserving of this? Could it be that it's just one of your expectations? Let me give you an example. How many of us are going to have or have had in the past the big Thanksgiving dinner with all the relatives? Yeah? Been there? You're in the car driving to this big dinner. What are your expectations for the dinner? It's going to be everybody in the family. Do you expect a calm and orderly house when you get there? Do you expect quiet and obedient children when you get there? No, you don't. And to come to think about it, you have a lot of expectations about other things too, don't you? You have expectations on your job. You have expectations on your marriage or your relationships. How am I being fulfilled? What's my expectation? How am I being treated? What's my expectation of that? How do my friends care about me? Or do they? What do other people think of me? What are my expectations? See, the problem with expectations is that you're at the center. It's all about you. So if it's all about you, is there any room for gratitude for anything else? That could be one of the reasons why we struggle with gratitude. Because of our unmet expectations. One of the biggest obstacles to gratitude that we have to fight against, is our expectations. Number 2 up there, comparison. He's got more than I do. I am a little envious of that new car that's in the driveway. You know, in our social media age, we are inundated with images of other people's highlight reels, are we not? I mean, I love Brian's highlight reels every week. And I got to tell you, Brian, I am so envious. I am right there with you. Right up until the time you run into the tree. Then I'm not with you so much anymore. But by comparing our lives to others, we always seem to come up short to ourselves. And this comparison creates envy, creates greed, and those are the opposite of gratitude, the exact opposite of gratitude. And because we're constantly looking at somebody else's stuff, we're focused on our lack instead of our abundance, which is another reason why we don't show gratitude. Busyness. I don't have time. I haven't got time. I'm too busy. I'm going here, I'm going there, I've got this appointment. I just, I don't have time to say thank you for anything. It's going to take too long. See, modern life is designed by an algorithm to fracture our attention. Whether you're on Facebook or Instagram or any one of those social media things, they're all designed to keep you ungrateful, to keep you in lack, to keep you uncontented. That's what they do. That way you keep searching. Spiritual awareness and gratitude come from being present in the current moment. And you can't be present in the current moment if your face is buried in one screen or another. Let me move on to negative bias. That's always focusing on the bad. Our brains are naturally wired to think that way. It's a survival mechanism. And we may not need it anymore, but it's still there. And we can still focus on what went wrong, or what's missing, or what's too difficult to do. If you live with a story, your internal story is not enough, that's the title of your story. Not enough. I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough love, I don't have enough beauty, I don't have enough meaning in my life. Gratitude requires seeking abundance. And scarcity thinking, the not enough thinking, keeps us focused on what we're missing rather than what we already have. Now the last one there, pain and emotional wounds. This is the only one that I can look at and say, if you're experiencing an unprocessed grief or trauma, you need to deal with that first before you even start thinking about being grateful for anything. And the reason is simple. You're in pain, and pain narrows our perception. Makes our world look dangerous and unfair. So if you have this pain and you have this trauma, this grief, you must heal first before looking for gratitude. Next slide. Let's see how we can overcome some of these barriers. The story of the 10 lepers offers a powerful guide. They all received the miracle, but only one came back. And his gratitude distinguished him. Intentional recognition. That means you don't wait for an overwhelming feeling of gratitude before you say thank you. You want to have it foremost in your mind. It's intentional. It's not something that's going to automatically come out of you. Turn outward. In order to overcome the barrier of not being able to be gratitude, you need to turn outward instead of going inward. Gratitude is a cure for self-absorption. As you express appreciation to others, your focus naturally shifts from what you lack to what you can offer. So you're reaching out, turning outward. Embrace gratitude in all circumstances. Even today, with all that's happening or not happening, we need to remember these words. And they come from Reverend Eric Butterworth. This was a sermon he gave in November of 1970, where he's talking about gratitude. And he says, quote, "Thinking about Vietnam and economic crisis and personal problems, how do we give thanks for them? We don't. In a very real sense, these things have come because we haven't been great in heart and mind," unquote. The command is to give thanks in all circumstances, not for all circumstances. Look for the silver lining in that circumstance. It's there. Let's go to the last one. Nourish spiritual growth. And this is probably another biggie to help you overcome the barrier of not being grateful enough. And that is to just nourish your spiritual growth. It's intentional. Okay? How do you do that? Well, you come here on Sunday or you watch us on Facebook on Sunday. That's a way to nourish your spiritual growth. Going to meditation on Thursdays, that's another way. The Course of Miracles on Tuesday nights with Rose, or the book study that Melissa's doing on Tuesday afternoons, that's a way. Or do your own book study. We got a whole library of books back there that can help you nourish. There's got to be something there that kind of catch your interest. My latest book that I'm doing, if you're interested, is I'm reading The Mystic Jesus, The Mind of Love from Marianne Williamson. That's my current read. Waiting in the Wings is another book that I'm not going to mention. But anyway, in conclusion, I don't think I've ever said that in a talk before, because it always sets everybody up to, okay, great, he's going to be done. In conclusion, finally, yeah, there you go, finally, I'm getting around to it. I'll be done in a second. Gratitude isn't a passive feeling. It's not a passive feeling. It's an active choice. The choice to see, to acknowledge, to respond with thanks. We're taught to measure success in our current culture, to measure our success in our external terms, to measure it in productivity. How productive are we? What are our possessions? How popular are we? But a spiritual life values the opposite. A spiritual life values simplicity, humility, and inner peace. Living in gratitude can seem countercultural, even unproductive. So what's stopping you? I've given you all reasons. Is it one of those, or is it maybe it's another reason? This week I need you to challenge yourself to identify and then push past those barriers. Choose to be the one that returns and says thank you. And thank you for your attention today. Namaste. I lowered it for you.
Thank you, Bill. That was great. I have a note up on my bulletin board that says, gratitude is a pathway to heaven. And if you take gratitude into time in your meditation time and just be grateful and be grateful and be grateful for everything, it will take you there, take you to a very calm and peaceful and happy state. Okay, so thank you again for reminding us of what we need to do. So now it is time to enter into generosity consciousness. And we'd like to take this moment to thank all who continue to bless our spiritual community with your tithes and offerings. We're truly blessed by your giving. Now, if you feel led by Spirit today to give and to support this ministry, we invite you to prepare your gift now. Or if you feel led to make an online donation today, you can use our convenient PayPal QR code or visit our website, or you can set that up at your own financial institution for continuing support of our ministry. But for now, if you brought your gift today, you can hold it in your hand. If you did not and choose to give in other ways, you can hold the thought of your gift in your mind and heart as we say our offering blessing together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen. Music team back up. To sing. I can do anything.
You wanted the microphone.
So here's another song y'all know, so sing along. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I can do anything I make up my mind to do. I've got a thing inside that I was designed to do, and nothing can hold me back if I don't want it to, 'cause I can do anything I make up my mind to do. 'Cause if I can think, then I can dream, and what I can dream, I can believe, and when I believe, then I will see. I can do anything, anything. I can be anyone that I decide to be. I have a great big dream growing inside of me, and no one can bring me down, 'cause I know what's right for me. I can be anyone that I decide to be, 'cause if I can think, then I can dream, and what I can dream, I can believe, and when I believe, then I will see. I can do anything, anything. I can do anything I make up my mind to do. I've got a thing inside that I was designed to do, and nothing can hold me back if I don't want it to, 'cause I can do anything I make up my mind to do, 'cause I can do anything I make up my mind to do. Thank you. Thank you, Unity Singers.